Hey guys, welcome to CHAMPS. I'm your mentor, Jamal Hughes. I'm very excited about today. Today is our first show, episode 1 of the CHAMPS show. So the nerves are pretty shocked around here for everybody on the CHAMPS staff, including myself. But it's okay, it's showtime, we're about to roll with it. Let me get started by telling our viewers exactly who we are, people who never heard of us or what we do. CHAMPS is an acronym for Coaching, Helping, and Mentoring People Successfully. We're actually an after school and a mentoring program. Our mentoring program is what we're really known for. It's become very unique in these states because of how we do things and how we go about getting our mentors and the success we had with our mentees, given a 97% academic improvement rate. So it's really unique and I'm proud of it. We're actually in 4 states right now: Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. And here we come, Houston. We're coming down there in the next few months. I do want to say prayers up to you guys about what's going on down there. We're praying with you, and I'm sure the whole nation is behind you. So just know you're not alone and you're not going through it by yourself. But what this show is really designed to do is to give you some real hard knocks mentoring from yours truly. I'm not going to run from anything. We're going to try to keep politics out of it. But other than that, it's very, very hard to be a young kid right now, a young adult. This is for middle school kids, high school kids, college kids, even parents. Parents, if you need some real talk and you want to talk real to your kids, come watch this show because we're going to get as real as it gets. We're going to have a lot of special guests on here. People you know, some people you may not know, some local stars, some famous stars. You never know who might come on here, but trust me, we got a great season going on for you, and I just want to thank you for tuning in today. So today, our first topic is just going to be something simple, and it's going to be embracing pressure. I know you're looking at me crazy, like embrace pressure, because a lot of people look at it as a negative term. But let me give you a quick statistic here before I get into it. Stanford University wrote an article a few years ago and conducted a survey that said 93% of teens are stressed out because they feel like they're under pressure, whether it's social pressure, academic pressure, peer pressure, whatever kind of pressure it is, they feel like they're under it, and it's stressing them out, okay? Now, what I want to get you guys to kind of realize that pressure is always going to be around, okay? And it doesn't have to be an uncomfortable circumstance all the time. A lot of people are going to make it seem like an uncomfortable circumstance, and maybe sometimes it is, but you can turn that into a comfortable circumstances by looking at it in a different manner, okay? First of all, I want to teach you guys on how to avoid unnecessary pressure, because like I said, you can't escape it even if you do avoid it, but you don't want to bring extra stress on yourself by not studying for a test or something crazy. Wait until the last minute to do something that puts a lot of pressure on you. The student psyche reports, I don't know if you guys know anything about the student psyche report, but they study students to the T. High school, college, middle school, elementary school, that's all they do is study students. They reported that 87% of high school and college kids procrastinate and wait till the last minute to do their homework or do their paper or whatever. 45% of those students are impacted negatively on their grades. Okay, so you guys want to get rid of those bad habits right now, because if you don't get rid of them now, it's going to follow you into adulthood when you face even more pressure. I mean, when you have a job, I mean, you can't go into your job unprepared. If your boss asks you to have something on his desk by Friday and you want to wait till Friday morning to do it, I mean, you get fired for that type of stuff. It's not a bad grade. You got to go home to your wife and tell her you got fired. I mean, it's all over the place. Wait till you have a child. Wait till you have a wife. You miss an anniversary, or you wait till the last minute to get an anniversary present like me. That's unnecessary pressure that you want to bring onto yourself. And your kids gonna expect birthday gifts. You can't wait till the last minute to do that stuff. So you want to get rid of those bad habits right now. Now, with that being said, get rid of all the unnecessary pressure. Let's talk about the pressure that's gonna come to you anyway, like peer pressure. All right. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just leave you with a quote, to take you to the break, by Tony Dungy, who is a Super Bowl winning coach for the Indianapolis Colts. He says, "Integrity is what you do when nobody is looking, even when it is at your disadvantage." I want you to think about that during the break, and when we come back, I'm going to touch on that some more. right, thank you guys for coming back and welcome back to Champs. Before we get into it, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors. John Jones Real Estate, the big guy. I need you guys to go support him. If you guys need to buy a house, please go to his team. They take care of you all day, every day. Good Time Tommy, my man Tommy Davidson's been supporting me since day one. And of course, Adidas Nation, 3 stripes all day. I don't wear no Nike, I don't wear no Jordan. I always rock with Adidas. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. So before we left, I gave you a quote by Tony Dungy and about integrity, talking about, he says integrity is doing the right thing all the time, even when it's at your disadvantage. All right, that's a very powerful, because how many of us can say that we do stuff when nobody is not looking? We always do the right thing. There's not many people out there. We try to do that, but honestly, it's not. And let's just talk to the high school students for a minute, because this leads me right into our peer pressure segment, where I want you guys to understand that you guys are going to get exposed to a lot of stuff in high school, all right? And let's just be real. You're going to get exposed to weed, you're going to get exposed to alcohol, and probably more drugs than that, to be honest. And you guys just need to be prepared for it, and you guys need to know how to handle yourselves when it happens. It comes back to integrity. You guys know it's wrong to do. As far as I know, it's still illegal in Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. And anybody who might be watching, I think California, Washington, and Colorado are the only states I know that it's legal in. So, with it being illegal, that's integrity right there if you're not doing it. All right, so you guys just need to kind of realize, your potential. And don't get caught up in that stuff. I really don't want you to get caught up in it. It's just not good for you. You talk to some people, it may feel good, but it's not good for you, all right? And it's really going to catch up to you guys, all right? But that's obvious peer pressure, all right? Let's talk about the peer pressure that can kind of sneak up on you, all right? Like an example, Friday night, it's a big party, okay? Everybody's been talking about it all week. Your boyfriend or girlfriend has been talking about it. Everybody's going. For some reason, your mom wants you to stay home on Friday night, whether you got in trouble or maybe it's just because you have to watch your little sister. So let's say you have to watch your little sister or little brother, all right, and you have to stay home while your mom goes out, all right. You have a choice to make, all right. This has been the part. It's gonna be the party of the year. Everybody's been talking about this party, okay. Your friends are putting pressure on you. You don't even know they're putting pressure on you, but this is peer pressure because they're saying how good it's gonna be in front of you, knowing that you can't go. But they're going to keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it, basically. And it's just human nature that you're thinking about going out and doing something bad, all right? So you're put in a situation where you got to choose. Okay, your mom's not going to be home Friday night. Do you still go to the party and leave your little brother or little sister by herself, or do you stay home with her? All right, first of all, if you go to the party, you're going to get caught. You can try to sneak out and make it back before they get home. You're going to get caught, all right? It's like a 98% chance. Right? The odds are not very good if you're sneaking out, going to a party, and coming back. And if you're anything like my little brother or little sister, they're probably going to snitch on you anyway, okay? All right, so you guys just kind of want to be you guys going to be put in those situations that you don't think is peer pressure, but it is peer pressure because your friends put that pressure on you to do that, all right? You kind of accepted the fact that you couldn't go, but the more you hear about it, the more they talk about it in front of your face, it's going to make you want to go, all right? It just is. But let's be real about it. So your friends are going to put pressure on you and not even knowing they're doing it, but it's peer pressure. Another example is sex, all right? Let's talk about it. It's big in high school. It's big in a teenager's life. So let's talk about it. Your significant other, whether it's a boy or a girl, has already experienced it, okay? And they want to experience that moment with you. You don't know if you want to do it, all right? Now, it's already wrong to do it before marriage, and we know that. But I feel like this situation is on you, all right? Do you want to do it, or do you want to do it because your significant other want to do it? Okay, that's what you call peer pressure. I mean, if you just want to do it yourself, that's kind of in your line, your character, your integrity, or whatever. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but don't ever do anything because your significant other want to do it. That is something that you can't get back, your virginity. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's very sacred, and you don't want to give that away without you being the main purpose of you giving it away. All right, so we're going to talk about sex a little bit on another show we got coming up, which is one of our special shows where we're going to have a lot of some guests on here. So we'll get into that. But back to peer pressure. This is really, you're really going to find out who you are, by how you respond to these pressures. Now, don't get me wrong. You being you as a high schooler, that's you being you, okay? I wasn't the smartest guy as a high schooler. I did a lot of things that I wasn't supposed to do. But I can tell you that I wasn't pressured to do it. I did it because I wanted to do it, okay? So, and we'll get into that in another show also, just making smart decisions. But don't ever get pressured to do something like that. And if you do get pressured to do it, embrace it, handle it right, but know it's going to make you a better person by doing the right thing later on in life. All right, when we get back from the break, I'm going to tell you how to embrace the good pressure, all right, and what type of good pressure is going to bring you and what possibilities can come from it. All right. Hey, welcome back to Champs. Before we went to the break, I told you we was going to get into what I call good pressure because it's my favorite type of pressure. It's what I live for. It's a pressure that not everybody is made for, but I'm going to tell you why you should embrace it. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to make something out of it. All right? You can't name one successful person who hasn't faced pressure. Look at Jay-Z. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at Steven Spielberg. Look at Tom Brady. Look at a lot of successful people. They all face pressure at some point to get to where they are today. All right, and they still face pressure to stay where they are. Okay, so like I said, it's something that you can't escape. So you need to embrace it. All right, whatever profession you want to be, a surgeon, a makeup artist, a salesman, you're gonna have to be good at it. Okay, and you're gonna have to face pressure, and you're gonna have to thrive through that pressure. Okay, you gotta embrace it, man. All right, kind of relate to you high school and college people. Think about if you guys played a sport. All right, whether it's football, basketball. Football, you got to make a game-winning field goal. Basketball, you got to hit 2 free throws to win the game. Those are precious situations that not everybody is made for. A lot of people don't want to be in that situation. A lot of people is going to pass the ball when it's up to them to make the free throws. All right, but you want to be the one who holds the ball. You want to be the one who wants to kick the field goal at the end of the game to win it. That's the type of pressure that can make you. All right. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. It can break you also. All right. It can either make you or break you. And I feel like if you embrace it, 99% of the time it's gonna make you because you're not gonna be afraid to take that shot. You're not gonna be afraid to kick that field goal or whatever you want to do. You're not gonna be afraid to take it to that next level. All right. You're gonna embrace that pressure. All right. So let's talk about the chance that you might fail under that pressure, even though you embraced it. All right. I think you're gonna get a lot of respect anyway because you decided to jump in there and do it. Let's take a surgeon, of course. You're doing an internship and you're trying to fight for a job and you have to perform a surgery. Okay. All right, now they're not going to give you a surgery that's life or death, but they're going to give you a surgery where you're going to have to prove yourself, okay? Now, it's 15 interns that show up in the hospital at one time. Who's going to raise their hand and be the first one to do this surgery? Are you, or are you going to let somebody else do it? No, you should do it. Even though you're scared, if you feel prepared, jump in there, embrace it. If you mess up, man, look at them and say you couldn't do it. You didn't get out there and do it. They're going to learn from your mistakes. If they go after you, they learn because you failed. So it don't matter. You're gonna jump back in there and you're gonna do better the next time. And trust me, any coach, any doctor, any boss is going to see that you was the first one to step up and do what you had to do. And even though it didn't go quite how you wanted to, you embrace that pressure, all right? And that's what I really wanted to tell you guys today, man. All right? It's just not going to leave you, okay? From school, from college, from your profession, from your family life, it's always going to be there. Your religion, you're always going to have some type of pressure that kind of creeps up on you, okay? And you just can't avoid it. I cannot say that enough, all right? And just think about me saying don't bring unnecessary pressure. You always want to be prepared. That's preparation. That's going to come later on also. But just really, really, really embrace every bit of pressure you have. Embrace the high school pressure. Embrace somebody asking you to smoke some weed and you saying no. That just makes you a bigger person, all right? Embrace you telling your partner no to sex, okay? Embrace you taking the last shot in the game. Embrace you taking the last field goal. Embrace you being the first one to step up to do a surgery as an internship, all right? You just got to embrace all those moments because it's going to make you who you are, all right? It's going to tell a lot about you. You're a champion, all right? And I want you guys to know that. That was my segment today on embracing pressure. I really want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm really excited. We just really officially completed our first show. So everybody is kind of calmed down now. All the sweating is going away. I've been having to wipe my face every break to try to keep calm. But I do want to welcome our new camera guy, new video producer, Austin Duke, who really came on at the end and last minute to do this for us. And he's the new guy. He's a new guy here, and he's a part of the Champs team now. So I do want to thank him. And tune in next week. We have a very, 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 very controversial, might be controversial, but it's a special segment that I want you guys to tune in and look on Facebook for that topic. But right now, I do want to just say a little bit about what's going on in Houston. It's a very devastating situation, and I've just been thinking a lot about it, even during this segment. Just those people who's losing lives down there and losing their homes. This is a time we really have to pull together as a country and help those guys out. Anybody who's donating to them, if you can donate money, if you can donate food, anything, any food drive you see, just do what you can for those guys, man, because you never know when you're going to need the country behind you also, all right? It's just very, very devastating, and my prayers are with them, and Champs Nation prayers are with them again. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week.